Good morning students. Today we are going to see new criteria, SSS congruence criteria. Okay. So the theorem is two triangles are congruent if three sides of one triangle are equal to the corresponding three sides of other triangle. Okay. So according to the theorem we have drawn here these two triangles. Okay. So now we will see the three sides of one triangle means side AB is equals to what is the, this is the corresponding side, D is the corresponding side of AB or AB corresponds to D. Then this BC equals to EF and AC equals to DA. Okay, these three different signs are there. Here we have given this is single line, double line and here three lines. It means that this measurement of each side is totally different, but measurement of this side is exactly equals to this side, means AB equals to DE, AC equals to DF and DC equals to EF. So what is the given for us? So it is given, so two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, such that what we will write here, AB equals to DE, next will be there BC equals to EF and AC equals to DF. This is given for us. What we have to prove, that two triangles are congruent. Okay, so to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So to prove these two triangles are congruent, so for that we have to do some construction here. So we have to let suppose to be this BC is the longest side of this triangle. Okay, and in this triangle DEF we have to draw a segment DG in such a way that AB equals to EG. Okay, you have to draw a segment EG in such a way that AB equals to EG. Okay, so in this way we have to do the construction, and also what, angle ABC equals to angle FEG. This angle means FEG and ABC will come same. So in this way we have to construct this EG. Right? We have to do here to draw EG in such a way that angle FEG is equals to angle ABC and AB equals to EG. Okay, like this we have to do the construction. Then we have to join FG and this DG. Okay, so now we will join this FG okay, and this FG and this DG. Okay, we have to join these two vertex and these two vertex, means join this FG and DG. Okay, now we will start proof. So now we will write here construction. So construction is what? Suppose we have taken here BC is a longest side, right? And what is the actual construction we have done there? Draw EG such that angle FEG is equals to angle ABC. Okay, and again what is there? EG is equals to AB. These two length should be same, right? And again what we have done there? Join DG and FG. Okay, so this construction we have done. Now we start to do this So proof. First we will take this triangle, triangle ABC and triangle GEF. Okay. So triangle, in triangle ABC and triangle GEF. What is the similar things in this triangle ABC and triangle GEF? Now just we have done here construction. AB equals to EG. Okay. Again angle ABC is equals to angle FEG. It is same. Okay. Also here means these two things means AB equals to EG and angle FEG equals to angle ABC. This we have done by construction. Also what? BC equals to EA. Okay, so which criteria came here? Side, angle and this side. Okay, so by which criteria? By SAS criteria, these two triangles are congruent. Which one? Two triangles. Triangle ABC is a congruent to triangle GEF. Okay. So in triangle ABC and triangle GEF, what is there? AB equals to EG, angle FEG is equals to angle ABC. These two are by construction. Okay, and here BC equals to EF, which is given part us. Okay, so by which criteria? Side, angle, side criteria. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle GEF. By which criteria? By SAS congruence criteria. If these two triangle ABC is a congruent to triangle GEF, then what will be there? By simplicity, angle A equals to angle G will be there, right? Angle A equals to angle G, and what about another part? AC equals to GF will be there. Okay, so here angle A equals to angle G and what? AC equals to GF. The reason is what? By CPCT. Understood? Now see here. Now AB equals to D. That is the given for us. Now AB equals to DE, and here we have got here what? AB equals to EG, right? Because by construction this is given, and here AB equals to EG, it is by construction. Okay, by construction we have taken this. So what we can write from this? AB equals to D and AB equals to G or EG, right? So these two will come same. Understood everyone? So here, so what we will write? DE equals to GE. Okay, this we have got DE equals to G. Similarly, what is there again? Similarly, what is here? AC equals to DA. This is the given part for us. But now here, in this, when we have proved these two triangles are congruent, we have got AC equals to GA. Okay. So here we will write similarly AC equals to DA, which is given. Then AC equals to GF. Okay, that we have proved here. AC equals to GF. Okay, so is it possible these two are equal? Yes, of course, because AC equals to DF and AC equals to GF. So we can say that here DF equals to GF. Means DF and now GF will come same. Okay, DF and GF will come same. So here DF equals to GF. Okay, these two relation we have got here, Newman relation. Understood? Now we will take this triangle EGD. Okay, so now in triangle EGD, in triangle EGD, what is there? D equals to G or ED equals to EG. Okay, so we will write here D equals to G. In this triangle, DE equals to GE, DE equals to GE. Okay, so if these two, in this triangle, if you think, if these two sides are equal, then angles opposite to the equal sides will come same. We can use this property, right? So when, if we take this only triangle, okay, if we take this only triangle, so it is mentioned here, means here we have got this side and this side is same. So of course when these two sides are equal, then angles opposite to the equal side will come same. Okay, so and again what we can say, this is the isosceles triangle, and isosceles triangle having base angles are equal. This also property. Okay, so here, so because of D equals to G, we can write here angle EDG. This angle EDG equals to angle EGD. Okay, equals to angle EGD. This we will write the statement first here. Similarly, we have to take this triangle also. This triangle, in triangle FDG. Okay. Now in triangle FDG, what is there? DF equals to G. Okay, DF equals to GF. See here, we have got here DF equals to GF. Now here, if DF equals to GF, then angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So can we write here angle FDG equals to angle FGD? Yes, of course. So here we will write, so angle FDG is equals to angle FGD. Okay, angle FGD. Right, give me the next here. Okay, so now see here, we have got these two equations here, means these two relation, angle EDG equals to angle EGD and angle FDG equals to angle FGD. So we will add this left to left and right to right side. Okay, so here, so angle EDG plus this angle EDG, we have to add FDG. Okay, plus angle FDG is equals to right side angle EGD plus angle FGD. Angle EGD plus angle FGD. Okay, plus angle FGD. Now see here, angle EDG, means this angle. Okay, plus angle FDG. Okay, FDG, this angle. Okay, FDG. So can we say this whole angle now? Yes, of course, because this angle plus this angle equals to angle D. So here we can write, so angle D is equals to angle EGD, here angle EGD, right, plus angle FGD. So we can say these two angles. Okay, means this sum of these two angles is angle G, right? So angle D equals to angle G will be there. Okay, but see here, when we have proved these two two triangles. Triangle ABC is a congruent to triangle GEF. There we have got this angle A equals to angle G. So we will write this angle A equals to angle G. Okay. So from these two statements we can see that angle D equals to angle A. Okay. So here angle D equals to angle A we can write. Okay. I will take this triangle, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay. Now next step will be here we will take the triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Everyone understood this part? Angle D equals to angle D. Sum of this angle, that is the angle D. Sum of these two angles, it is angle G. But here we have already, when we have put this triangle ABC and triangle GEF is a congruent, in that by simplicity we have got angle A equals to angle G. So we have written here angle A equals to angle G, right? Then from these two statements, both the GG angle G are same, so angle D equals to angle A we can write. Okay, now we will take the help of these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. To prove these two triangles are congruent, actually ABC triangle and DEF. Okay, so now we will take this triangle and this triangle. So in triangle ABC and in triangle DEF, what is there? This AB equals to D, which is given for us into the statement. So here AB equals to D. Again what we have got here? Angle A equals to angle D. Where we have got? Here. So here we have got angle A equals to angle D. So we will take this angle A equals to angle D. Also what? Here. Okay. Afterwards I will make the different signs here. Then here AC equals to DF, which is given for us. Okay. So AC equals to DF given. Okay, here we will write this third statement. So we will write from third. Okay, so by which criteria these two triangles are congruent? Side and the side. Okay, so triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by SAS congruence criteria. These two triangles are congruent. Understood everyone? Now we will see the applications on this theorem. Now we will see the examples here. In figure it is given that AB equals to CD. Where is AB? This AB. So AB equals to CD and AD equals to BC. So this whole AD, for this I will make this marking AD equals to BC. Okay, total this BC, and we have to prove this triangle ADC. Triangle ADC is a congruent to triangle CBA. Okay, ADC and congruent CBA, we have to prove that it is congruent. Okay, so here prove this. So directly we will take this triangle. In triangle ADC and triangle CBA. Okay, so in this triangle, see here, in triangle ADC and triangle CBA. Okay, so this triangle this CBA. So what is given for us? It is already given AB equals to CD. Okay, so this AB equals to CD already given. Again what is given? This AD equals to BC. So this BC and this AD is same. And one more factor is there. What we have got here? See here, this AC and this AC is the same for, right? So AC, this CA equals to CA. That is the common side for these two triangle. Okay, so by which criteria this by side criteria, these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so in these two triangles, what is given? AB equals to CD and AD equals to BC, which is given for us. Then AC equals to AC, which is common. Okay, so these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ADC is congruent to triangle CBA by which criteria? Side congruence criteria. These two triangles are congruent. Understood? Next example. In triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC. Okay, and vertex A and D are on the same side of BC. If AD is the extended to intersect BC at point P, show that this triangle ABD is a congruent to triangle ACD. Second, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Third, AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. And fourth one, AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Right? So four things we have to prove that from the given statement or given example. Okay, so triangle ABC and triangle DBC are isosceles triangle on the same base BC. Okay, so now I will draw the figure according to example. So this is the triangle ABC which stands on the base BC. Okay, this is isosceles triangle means what? AB equals to AC, and of course angle ABC equals to angle ACB. These angles will come same. Okay, and another one triangle is which one? Triangle DBC. DBC means and are on the same side of BC. Means if the triangle is ABC is on upside, then we have to draw here only the triangle DBC. So I will draw this triangle DBC like this. Okay, so this is the point D. So triangle DBC. Okay, afterwards, if AD is extended, means we have to join AD. Right? If AD is, we have joined. In here it is given if AD is extended to intersect BC, means we have to extend the AD in such a way that it should intersect to BC at point P. So here. Okay, now we have to prove this all the statements. Okay, so first we will take this triangle ABD, means this triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. We have to prove. Now see how it will come. In triangle ABD and in triangle ACD, what we can take? AB equals to AC, because it is already given these two triangles are, means this triangle is congruent, right? Then DBC is also isosceles triangle, so this we can take these two sides are equal to prove these two triangles are congruent. So BD equals to DC, and one more thing is what? AD equals to AD, it is the common. So these two triangles are congruent by which criteria? SSS criteria. Okay, so we will take the help of that triangles only, right? So in triangle ABD and triangle ACD. Okay, ABD and ACD. What is there? AB equals to AC. Also what? BD equals to CD. The reason for it is given, and AD equals to AD, that is common for this. Okay, so these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD by which criteria? By SSS congruence criteria. Okay. Now next we have to prove this triangle ABP. Where is the triangle ABP? Triangle ABP means this triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Okay. ACP P, this triangle. Okay. Now see here, we have proved these two triangles are congruent by SSS criteria. So by simplicity, this angle and this angle will come same. So which one angle? Angle BAD, right? Angle BAD and angle CAD. So BAD is the name of this triangle, BAD only. So another way we can take the name of this triangle is angle in what? Angle BAP and angle CAP, because P is the point on the extended part of AD. Okay. How to prove these two triangles? This is your first that we have proved. Okay. So now second, now we take in triangle. Which one triangle? That we have to prove that triangle ABP and triangle ACP. Okay. Triangle ACP. Triangle ABP and triangle ACP. Okay, this triangle. So what is there? AB equals to AC. Now here in triangle ABP and in triangle ACP. ABP and triangle ACP. What is given here? AB equals to AC, that we write AB equals to AC, which is given for us. Again, when we have proved this triangle ABD is a congruent to triangle ACD. Triangle ABD is a congruent to triangle ACD. So this is the corresponding part of these two congruent triangles. These are equal. So angle BAD equals to angle CAD. So we will write this name of this angle BAD. Instead of that we will write BAP, because P is the point on extended part of this AD. Okay. So we will write angle BAP equals to angle CAP. Angle BAP equals to angle CAP. The reason we will write from first. Okay, from first means this is when these two triangles are congruent. So this is the corresponding part of that congruent triangle. Okay. Also what? Here AP equals to AP, which is the common, equals to AP, which is common for us. Okay. Then these two triangles are congruent by which criteria? Side, angle, side. Okay. So hence we will write triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP by which criteria? SAS congruence criteria. Okay. So this is the second we have proved. Okay. Then next we will go for to prove this third. AP bisect angle A as well as angle D. Now here we will prove this third AP bisect angle A as well as angle D. Okay. So here now first only in this we have proved this triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. We will take the help of this and this ABP and triangle ACP. So what we have proved here? Angle BAP equals to angle BAD equals to angle CAD. Okay. Angle BAD is equals to angle CAD. Right. This we have proved because this is the corresponding part of this two congruent triangle. Also when we have proved this angle triangle BAP is a congruent to triangle CAP. So there we have here we have used this angle BAP equals to angle CAP. Angle BAP equals to angle CAP, right? So from these two statements, see angle is same, angle BAD equals to angle CAD, also angle BAP equals to angle CAP. This only these two angles, so these two angles are equals to each other, and when it is possible when AP bisect angle A. So we will write here hence AP bisects angle A. Now again we want as well as also angle D. So we will take now the help of this triangle, triangle BDP and triangle CDP. Now in triangle BDP and triangle CDP and triangle CDP. Okay, so in triangle BDP and triangle CDP, it is already BDC is a isosceles triangle, so BD equals to CD, right? BD equals to CD, which is given, right? Then again what? BP equals to CP. Can we say this BP equals to CP? Yes, of course. Why? Because we have put this triangle BAP is a congruent to triangle CAP. By which criteria? Means ABP is a congruent to triangle ACP. By which criteria? SAS criteria. ABP is a congruent to triangle ACP. By SAS criteria we have put. So this is the corresponding part of this two congruent triangle. Understood everyone? So BP equals to CP we write. BP equals to CP. Okay, so we will write from 2, and third one part it is DP equals to DP, it is the common. So DP equals to DP, which is common. Okay, common. Okay, so here these two triangles are congruent. Yes, by which criteria? SSS criteria. So we will write here. So triangle BDP is triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP. By which criteria? SSS congruence criteria. These two triangles are congruent, and by CPCT we can say that angle BDP equals to angle CDP. Okay, so hence angle BDP is equals to angle CDP. The reason CPCT. Okay, so when angle BDP equals to angle CDP, it means that DP bisect angle D. Okay, so DP means what? This A is the point on this AP. Okay, it means when we will see this side, then this is the A is the point on this DP. Okay, so if DP bisects angle D, then we can say that DAP also bisects the angle D. Understood everyone? So here we will write what? AP bisects angle D. Okay, so this we have put this third one. To prove this fourth one, AP is a perpendicular bisector of BC. So for that we will rub this. Okay. So for that purpose we have to prove this fourth. We will take these triangles. Help means these two triangles we have proved. Triangle BDP, triangle BDP is a congruent to triangle CDP. By which criteria? By SSS criteria. So here now we will take triangle BDP is a congruent to triangle CDP. See here triangle BDP is a congruent to triangle CDP. So by CPCT what will be there? This angle BPD equals to angle CPD. Can we say? Yes. Again what? And BP equals to CP. It is already we have got. Okay. So this BP equals to CP here we have got already. Okay. So in these two triangles, when these two triangles are congruent, there BP equals to CP is there. Okay. Then angle BPD equals to angle CPD. Angle BPD equals to angle CPD by CPCT. Okay, because of this, then we will use the see here this angle BPD plus angle CPD, right? So which type of these two angles? These two angles are linear pair angle. Okay, so here we will use for that angle BPD plus angle CPD equals to 180 degree because linear pair angle. Okay, so BPD and CPD. So instead of BPD we will write CPD, or CPD instead of we will write BPD anyhow, right? So angle BPD plus angle, instead of CPD what I will write here now BPD, angle BPD equals to 180 degree, right? So BPD is how many times? 2 times. So angle 2 times angle BPD equals to 180 degree, right? So here 2 9s are 18 and 2 0 0. So we have got here angle BPD equals to 90 degree, right? So we have got here angle BPD equals to 90 degree. So when 90 degree angle will be there, here also 90 degree angle, right? So when we will got here anywhere when any line is on drawn on the another segment, and if there is a making of 90 degree angle, then what we can say, this segment is perpendicular to this, right? So we can say BP is a perpendicular to BC. Okay, and now why we will say this DP only the perpendicular, and only another word is perpendicular bisector. It is totally different. Only perpendicular means 90 degree angle is there, and perpendicular bisector means that this perpendicular divide that side into two equal parts. So we have already got here BP equals to CP. So here BP equals to CP, and also angle BPD equals to angle CPD equals to 90 degree. So we can say that what DP is the perpendicular bisector of CP, and when DP is the perpendicular of bisector of BC, it means that AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Understood everyone? So here what we can write, angle BPD equals to angle CPD equals to 90 degree, and hence we will write DP is perpendicular bisector of BC, and hence finally we will write the statement DP means what? AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. Understood everyone?